This is Chris.
I'm Jeff.
And this is Brittany. She's joining us today to talk about password security and why it's really important. Brittany, when dealing with passwords for your PC or anything like that, why is password security so important?
Well, a lot of people keep a lot of personal information on their PCs, their laptops, and if you're a traveling businessman, then you're going to have a need to secure your computer, your laptop, your iPhone, whatever you keep your personal information on. How long would it take someone to hack into your Facebook, Twitter, bank account? A lot of people do online banking these days, and that's definitely something that you don't want someone to mess with.
Absolutely.
Is your bank account.
So what are some things that we should avoid when you are setting that password? What are some things not to do?
You should avoid picking names associated with you close, that are relatively easy to guess, information that is easily accessible, such as streets you've lived on in the past, a place that you grew up that you've told a lot of people about, It's really good to pick something that has meaning to you, but it's really hard to decipher. So when choosing your password, you can't just be like, oh, well, here's the name, and I'm just going to type it in, and then you're going to gain access to whatever you
Right,
want.
so avoid your pet's name.
Yes, your
Something
pet's
that's
name.
Yeah, so
really
Fido you can't
No
use.
Fido.
No spots.
No spot.
No, that's
No.
bad. So we know what not to do. So what are some steps to do, for a really strong password?
A good way to go about it is to pick a passphrase. When you just combine two words, which makes it more complex by nature. So then when you choose your passphrase, you mix it up with the characters. To a computer, a capital B and a lowercase b is not the same thing. Add in some special characters if it'll allow you to. Add in some numbers, and make it where no one can decipher it other than you,
Excellent. Is there anything else you'd like to add for?
Avoid using default passwords. Whenever you have a default password, change it, because
Admin. Not
yes,
good.
no.
Admin password. not
Someone
good either.
who is very savvy in networking can steal all of your information unless you change your default password. It is very important. Very important.
Excellent. Any questions, Jeff?
I know that, and I'm sure locally we've had a lot of people that can get their passwords stolen, and later on in some of the future communicator episodes that we're going to be doing, we're going to talk about wireless security. And some people, when they're setting up access points, their own passphrases are usually default. So it's the same way of actually getting into an access. So someone could sit outside a home, get into a network, and then be able to take default passwords again to be able to get wherever they need to go. I believe that there was somebody in the news recently had lost their job because of, and in criminal prosecution, if I understand correctly, regarding using default passwords. That got, it was about $700,000, I think, that they got sensitive information from.
Wow.
Yes, it was. It was Medicare information that these hackers hacked into.
You stole people's medical records?
Yes,
Oh,
social
wow.
security numbers, and just tons of information.
Well, you can easily go out to Google or anywhere, do a search on password hacks, or
Yes.
you may even learn how to hack a password if you go and do that. But you want to look at things that are in the news that actually shows, but it happens every day.
Absolutely.
And this isn't something where we got people stealing identities. This is something totally different. So it could be part of it, but essentially being able to secure passwords is one way to do it. So you had said possibly use a passphrase. And if you go to our blog site, you can actually see something that Brittany had put together regarding a table on how big your password is and how long it would take to actually crack it.
Yes.
And it's quite interesting. Just by a certain number of characters, how much it would take a person to actually crack the password. But we had said that. We had also said not to use defaults, anything Fido spot, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And then use special characters, exclamation points, question marks, dollar signs, threes for E's, using the
Well,
number
actually,
three.
that's pretty common. Using
Oh, okay.
a for an E. That when I was doing my research for my blog, I found out that people using a 3 for an E is actually one of the first things that a hacker uses. So if you're going to do that, then throw in some other changes in your passphrase, because that's one. They know that you're going to mix something up. They know you're going to change it.
And that's the first one they're going to look for?
Yes.
Okay.
So that whenever they're trying to match your password, you need to make it to where only you can figure it out. It is unique. It fits you.
I'm sitting here trying to figure out my passwords right now. They're going to change some.
Right. It's a good plan. I need to revisit mine then.
So
Definitely. Well, if that's it, we thank you, Brittany. Thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you next time.
thank you.
Thank you.